All right, good morning, good morning. Hope you are well, wherever you are, whatever the time. Welcome back to another episode of Why Not Me. It is about 6:30 in the morning and it is Friday today. And Friday means one thing, it means food shop day. Last food shop was last Wednesday. I think last Wednesday I went. So we've been dragging it out a little bit. I've been making some food swaps here and there just to fit my macros, just to make the food extend a little bit longer. But I'm excited to get the food shop done. We are now 14 and a half weeks out, and this morning saw a new low of 97.8 kilos, which is about 215 pounds, 215.6 pounds. So start of this week I was actually 219 pounds, but that was after a high day. I've dropped like 3.5 pounds, almost 4 pounds across this week. It's pretty quick. And with this new low as well, and looking back at videos that I filmed with myself in the gym post-workout during my posing, I can definitely see that there's a lot more detail throughout my physique, which is good. I honestly think I'm really only a couple of kilos away now from where I need to be. And with that being said, I think for me to sustain this level of condition, or just obviously improve the level of condition and also hold on to as much muscle as possible, I've got to pump the brakes a little bit, put in some high days, get rested. So today is going to be a high day. I'll probably do maybe 3 or 4 high days in a row, just so that I'm getting my body weight back up into the 98s. Once I've done that, I'll then push back down, work my way down into the 96s. From there, feed up again. So it's literally this whole prep really, aside from the start where I just pushed down, I just let my body weight fall where it wanted to fall. So from 110 kilos down to about 103, 102. There wasn't any high days. I literally just let my body weight do what I wanted to do, just drop my food, and just that was it. But as I get closer to stage condition, it's very much been a case of push, see a new low, feed up, bring body weight up a little bit. As soon as I return back to my baseline diet, it seems that my body weight just goes, which is interesting because my baseline food isn't actually that low. On training days, it's 3,000 calories. It's like 350 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat, and around 290 grams of protein. So food isn't actually that low, and I've had food that's honestly in a prep been half of what I'm eating now to get my body weight down, which is obviously promising. So yeah, body weight is coming down on decent food when I return to the baseline diet. So I'm just essentially doing that, just pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. And eventually we'll get to a point where I don't need to take off any more body fat. I think I need about another 6 or 7 weeks to be pretty much fat-free. And from that point on, it's just a case of practicing some peaks and a couple of different ones that I want to try. And then obviously just weighing, just holding my body weight, finding what looks best, getting rested, taking out cardio completely, dropping down my steps, and spending a few weeks really. And I think for my physique and having the chance to come in full and rested, but also peeled, I think it can be very competitive. So yeah, that's where we're at. Definitely feeling a little bit more tired. I haven't noticed anything differently in terms of like hormonally. I feel like I still feel like myself. I just feel a little bit more tired. I've been going to bed sooner. Like I've been getting into bed at like 9:30, 9:45, waking up at like 4:45, 5:30. So I'm but sleep is still great. I had a leg session that was really good yesterday, actually, on Thursday, and it involved RDLs. And I got into the gym, done my mobility work, and the legs felt a little bit heavier. And there was that little voice in my head that was like, this session is not going to be fun, this is going to be hard, blah, blah, blah. And your brain is literally telling you, like, what are you doing? You should be at home, you should be doing this, you should be resting, you need more food, you shouldn't be doing this right now. And the best thing to do in that situation is literally just think of the set in front of you. So for me, the first set on that day was a lying hamstring curl. I looked at my logbook, set my number, and just focused on one set at a time and just tried to stay present in just that set. When that was done, cool. No need to get excited about having it done or whatever, just focus on the next one and just put one foot in front of the other. And I know it sounds cliche, but when you are feeling like that, it's really important to do that. It's really important to stay present in the moment, because you'll get a load of anxiety when you start thinking about, oh my God, I've still got to get to this leg press. Last week I done 4 or 5 plates and I got this many reps, but I can't even feel my legs right now. I've got RDLs, and if you think like that, your sessions will not be enjoyable and you'll wish your sessions away. You just got to try and just focus on one set at a time. And also understand that in a contest prep, when you're feeling like that, you're probably getting leaner, and there will be people who you will be competing against who won't respond the way that you've responded. They'll respond with, oh, this isn't normal, like I shouldn't be at the gym. The session ends up tanking, or they go home. There's people that will do that, and you have to realize that those that embrace those moments a little bit more get better returns. So yeah, then I had an upper body session yesterday, which was again really good. Still feel very strong, despite body weight coming down. Obviously, I'm definitely the strongest I've ever been at this body weight. For me to be doing the things I'm doing at 97 kilos is pretty cool. And again, I think that is just down to the high days, taking my time, and also being very meticulous with when I train and what I'm eating before I train as well. It's not just a case now of just have whatever you want before you train. I really need to plan out when I'm having my carbs and that sort of thing. So yeah, a really good training week so far. Today, because we've got the food shop and a myriad of other things to do on the to-do list, which I write out every day. It's crazy that I'm actually on day 89 of contest prep, but yeah, we've got the food shop today. So I'm gonna film what we pick up in the food shop, Bryony and myself, talk over a few things, and then I was planning on filming a full day of eating, but I only wanted to film it if I was doing a low day. And today it was going to be a low day if I didn't get a new low, but I woke up with a new low. And I suspect I'm probably lighter than that because I also haven't gone to the toilet yet. So today doesn't need to be a low day at all, to be honest, because I've done what I need to do with fat loss this week. So I'll probably just do the food haul or the grocery haul or the food shop, whatever you call it. And then I'll film my leg workout tomorrow and just give you a run through of my leg workout, just so that you have longer than a 5-minute video of me talking about what I got from the food shop. I'll give you a bit more of an in-depth breakdown as to what shows I'm doing and the plan moving forward with things. And first things first, we're gonna actually have meal 1 before we go, and also get started with the check-ins of the day as well, because there's a few guys who are abroad in other European countries who are an hour ahead, so they check in super early. So we're gonna get back to those and eat. No cardio today on the high day, which again is another thing that I'll talk about in the voiceover. We'll see you once we get back from the food shop. We'll talk over a few things and go from there. We're back from the food shop, so I'll put a shot over me talking just to show you what we got. But the last time we went food shopping, well, I went solo last Wednesday, and well, we managed to last. So we got a pretty decent food shop that'll last us a week. And yeah, just want to talk through a couple of things that I got. I needed a little bit more as well because over the next few days I'm going to be doing obviously high days. But I thought I'd just show you what's kind of regularly in my diet. And yeah, because for me, I follow a meal plan. So foods day to day don't really change dramatically. Sometimes I might make some swaps here and there, but that's normally just down to when things just run out. So I just kind of try and make things work with what's left in the house. But thought we'll start off with protein sources. Oh, also, the total of this, it came to, so, £12. So it was 91 plus 12, 103 total. So £103 total. Not too bad. I also feel like we could make this a lot cheaper with certain things. But honestly, that's not too bad. Every time I've told somebody how much we spend on food, considering it's a couple, they're like, it's pretty good.
That's so good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
So much food.
It's obviously not like living like a student on like beans and noodles, but it's good quality food and it's not tons of money. I mean, bear in mind as well, we've gone to like the Food Warehouse, Sainsbury's and Aldi. So 3 different shops. So yeah, 103. With like the food, we basically spend this. I think this was kind of like, well, last week was quite high. Prior to that, it's normally about 45 each, so like 90 a week. So yeah, it's honestly not too bad. Protein sources. So eggs are in. I have eggs every day, 3 eggs every single day. Just mixed size. Nothing really to discuss about eggs. They're just eggs. But also, if you are on a budget, eggs make a lot of sense. If every single one of your protein sources is meat or fish, you're going to be ending up spending way more money because meat and fish is super expensive. Eggs are cheap. And if you want to go super cheap with eggs, you can go caged hen eggs, which are crazy cheap. You can get like boxes of 30 for like £2, £3. Sometimes even more, especially in like these like warehouse kind of shops or places like Costco or that sort of thing. So yeah, eggs are in. We've also got our red meat, which is mince, so 5% mince. I just have that with rice on some of my meals, and Brian also uses that as well for like bolognese and again mince and rice. 5% fat, because the fat content obviously on the 15 and 20% is insane and would just bump up your calories so high. Chicken breast, standard. I think if you're in an off season, you might want to look into maybe having some chicken thighs or changing things up a little bit with chicken, because it can get quite redundant. Very common among ladies to get like the chicken ick. You get the chicken ick? So like chicken thighs, chicken mince, just changing things up with the chicken is wise. But for myself, honestly, I don't mind just standard chicken breast. And then bacon medallions. I like bacon. Salt in a prep is great, but obviously standard just bacon rashers don't really fly because of the fat content. So medallions are a good option. I have that in the morning with my eggs. And then I've just got my whey protein, and that is literally my protein sources. They don't really change. Yeah, if you want to spend a bit more money, include some fish. Like you could have some salmon, especially in your off season because of the fat content and also high in omega-3s. But it's a lot of money. I would be spending like 40 quid a week on salmon if I wanted to eat salmon every day. I did have some white fish last week, which is a bit cheaper, but yeah, just meat and eggs really. Then we got fruit, blueberries. We also have grapes here. We've got Brian's got some raspberries. We also have some oranges. We've got pineapple. But like fruit is great high in micronutrients. Oh yeah, bananas. That's it for fruit, I think. And then vegetables, we've got broccoli. Yeah, Brian needs more, fruit and salad. Broccoli is great. Also really good for your blood pressure. Really good for also helping increase your fiber intake, good for your digestion, which is important during a prep because you're taking in less food. You want to make sure that you're still taking in enough micronutrients, because if you're in off season and you're eating 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day with vegetables and whatnot, it's pretty easy to get in your macros. But in a prep, when your food's lower, obviously not as easy. So that's that. And then carbohydrate sources, we've already got rice, sweet potatoes, because as you get hungrier, probably wise to put in some potatoes just to satiate you a bit more. We have bagel thins, rice cakes, caramel, Snacker Jacks. Oh, and oats. Oats, obviously. Huge fan of oats in a prep. And fats. Dark chocolate, 90%. And we have almond butter somewhere as well. But, oh, and obviously a nice pickup this week was some Monsters. Got a 9-pack of Monster. I've been definitely having a few more carbonated drinks throughout the week. Been having 7-Up recently quite a bit, which I actually prefer because Pepsi Max has caffeine, so I can't really have that super late. So yeah, 7-Up is great, but then I was thinking, you know what, like during the day when I'm working and just I want something a bit more voluminous, so Monster, and obviously Bryony has that as well before she trains. So that's the food shop, guys. As I said, I will film my leg session tomorrow and then just do a little bit of a walkthrough, update you on prep and whatnot, and then we'll go from there. Yo, so we finally got it. You can probably tell that the audio quality of this video is miles better than the audio quality of what you've just saw. So I do apologize for the audio. I have leveled up my equipment. So I got myself the Osmo Pocket 3. This is something that I've been eyeing up for such a long time. And because for me, being honest, it's a big investment for me. I'm not in a position where I really can just be splashing thousands on a camera. And yeah, it's a big investment for me. And I've been busier with clients over the past few weeks. And essentially the money from that has gone into trying to level up my content. And also I think getting myself this as well. So I got myself in fact, we can move. We can move. Got myself a studio mic or like a USB mic. So I can use this camera as well as a webcam, and it just makes the experience for clients a lot better. Check-in videos are clearer. Also, if I get on calls as well, also because of the podcast with Adam as well, it's just going to be so much better for me. So yeah, anyway, very happy with this purchase though. But without further ado, we obviously had the leg session. You saw that I just went, well, on Friday I went food shopping, went over a few things. This leg session was on the Saturday, so it was the next day after the rest day. And it was actually a really good session. I needed this one to be a good one because with this session, quite a few of them have been a bit hit and miss, and it's not because of my performance or anything. One of them I had a couple of weeks ago, I had a bit of a niggle with my rib, which was impacting my hinge and also impacting my leg press. And then also just being pushed for time as well with work and whatnot. So having to go through sessions a little bit quicker. Whereas this one, I could take my time a bit more, just a little bit more. And it was a really good session. So the full session, I didn't film my calf raises. I had done 3 sets of calf raises though. Then moved on to the adductor. Moved on to a hamstring curl seated. Went on to a leg extension. Then I done a pendulum squat. And then I done a leg press and a hip thrust. And that was, I believe, the full session. Yeah, I believe the full session. The only thing I didn't film was the calf raises. Like I said, I'd done those at the start of the session. As I've said before with calf raises, I'll do those before I do any kind of squat pattern because it gets the ankles nice and flexy and helps me increase my range of motion and makes getting to depth a little bit easier on the pendulum squat. But good session overall, to be honest. Felt strong, improved in load on a few lifts as well, which is great. So yeah, really happy with how the session went. Bit of an update with prep. So I am locked in now for the 27th of July. That is going to be my first show, which will be the PCA Naturals. That is the third one. Their fourth one booked out so quickly, so quickly. It was ridiculous, but locked in for the 27th of July. So as I'm making this video, I'm exactly 14 weeks out from the show, in a really good position and very happy with my condition at the minute. Very happy with how things are going. I've obviously been putting in a decent amount of high days as I've got closer to show day, closer to show day or closer to stage condition. And there's been a benefit in me doing that, and it's kind of showing me that, hey, like, you end up looking better when you take in more food. I think when you're coaching yourself, it's very easy to just try and run yourself into the ground and just decimate yourself into condition, but it never really works, especially for somebody like myself who's got a big frame. I'm tall. When I run flat, it's just not a great look. For me, I need to, obviously it's important that everybody's rested, everybody wants to be full, everybody wants to be whatever, right, fresh. But for me particularly, and anyone that's really tall and you've got long limbs and whatnot, you got to be filled out. So yeah, for me, seeing that I'm putting in food and the look's actually getting better and taking a bit of anxiety away of the scale increasing with those high days is helping me, because if the only time I'd done that was peak week, it'd be a bit of a struggle. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing these high days. It's definitely helping me mentally and physically, obviously. So that's where I'm currently at in prep. In a good routine though, sleep is good. Everything is honestly in a really good spot. My body also feels great. I've been doing my mobility most days across the week, and also my pre-leg routine as well, mobility routine. I don't go into my leg sessions without doing my warm-ups for my hips and whatnot, because getting an injury would just be it's not ideal in a prep. So I tore my hamstring in 2023 during a prep. It was quite far out, but still it throws a dent in your training, obviously. So I feel good. This is the best I've felt in a prep in terms of like niggles and injuries. No knee pain, nothing. Like we honestly feel really good. So that's the update. But I hope you like the new quality. Let me know your thoughts on the camera. This is the first time obviously I'm using it, but I'm really excited just to get vlogging and putting out some more content and putting out gym content as well. Yeah, it's awesome. So appreciate you watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you for the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video too, and I'll see you next week.